we're making our way into the big city for a big provision in preparation of new crew coming aboard. And we hear from the Meraki 2 crew about their cross-country road trip in search of the boat that will become their new home.
There it is. That's the boat right there.
I'm Kate, and this is my husband Mick, our kids, Thomas and Bentley. 5 years ago, we had this crazy idea to travel the world with our kids, and never did we imagine our mode of transportation would be a sailboat. These are my parents. It's been their lifelong dream to sail across oceans. And so together, a dream was born. Come along with us as we learn, laugh,
I play with boats.
and explore. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe. Morning in paradise.
It sure is.
We are getting the boat tidied up and packed up because we're heading to a marina today because it's close to the airport and we are picking up a friend on Tuesday.
Yeah.
There's a nice pool and I think it's like an hour to get there. So it's just right there where the sun is coming up.
The nicest morning trip. So you're gonna get us off anchor today, mate. So you're gonna have to coordinate with Mum. The anchor's really set, and so we don't break the windlass. I'm just going to get him to pop it forward real quick, and hopefully just the momentum and the weight of the boat. You can go a bit more than that, bud. Just hold it there for a sec. Okay, now pop it back. Okay, now you're going to want to turn the wheel full lock to starboard. That's good right there now. And now you can just pop it in reverse for a quick and leave the steering wheel there. Okay. And now going to forward again. Just a bit of a shot. Alright. And then now you can put it in forward gear just a little bit and then drive out to where you want it to go. Great.
Well done! That was amazing! We are heading over to the big city. You can see all the high rises. And I just have no idea what to expect. No idea. Do you get nervous docking anymore?
Not as much, but I don't think that little gut feeling will ever leave.
A little bit of nerves is always good.
Yeah, and it's not for the fact that I don't think I can do it, it's just that the boat,
Just if something happens.
it's just really awkward to maneuver. Yeah, reverse is a struggle. But we always pick perfect, ideal times to dock, and that's why we're
And you're
always
getting
good.
better and better every time. Holy cow, we're gonna be living the life of luxury this weekend. This is chaos. Holy cow.
This is fun, we're here early.
Let's go to the
There's
pool.
no setup, we just step off.
These are 6 slides.
we doing in this tropical paradise that is Paradise Village?
It's pretty good. It's a very comfortable night.
What is the plan for today?
Doing a Costco run. I'm gonna try and find a bus that'll take us there and then catch a cab back. Step 1, leave the boat.
Let us go.
Step 2, find a bus stop.
We'll just sit at this very nice bus stop and talk to a bus driver. We get on another bus out here.
Where's the highway to get there? Does it go on the 200?
Sometimes you take the bus and then you go, why didn't we just cab? That was a expensive bus ride. It cost us about $10 to get here so far, and we're still a mile away. So we're just gonna walk it now. It's always an adventure, isn't it?
This is funny.
I don't mind it, you know.
No, it's okay.
It's just all part of the journey. To do a large provision, it is always a full day mission, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're going to a store that's 40 minutes away or 20 minutes away. It always takes an entire
You
day.
have in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, get off the boat, quickly catch a bus, and then catch a bus there. But all the in-between time just takes ages.
Yeah, it
ages.
just does. It's so
Still
much
going.
extra work. Come on, guys. We're almost there.
We made it. We did it.
Crazy. It was kind of expensive, but we were able to get things that we can't get at other stores, like, I don't know, just weird things. Granola bars and Ziploc bags and
They are tricky to find.
pancake mix and, I don't know, dried fruit, just snack stuff that we miss.
Completed our shop. We had 1.5 shopping trolleys full, and it was 10,000 pesos. That came out to about 600 Canadian.
That's what you get for buying imported goods instead of buying local.
Yeah, because it's sure cheaper a lot of the time, just getting the odd little thing here and there at tiendas. But as Kate said earlier, we can't get the things that we're used to having.
And
healthy
sometimes
snacks and
it's
stuff.
nice to have that.
For sure.
Pizza 2 times in a row.
What?
Last night and this is for lunch.
We must really be a little homesick or something, the way we're acting.
It's so far in between getting stuff like this that when the opportunity's here, you take it.
I guess it's the first time we've been in a big city,
Yeah.
really, other than Cabo.
Look
And
at
we
the
know
dot.
there's going to be stretches soon where we won't see anything like this for months.
Yeah,
and
up in the
months.
Sea of Cortez, it's
Yeah.
going to be very remote. So we're soaking it all in.
Exactly.
Is it all going to fit?
You do.
Look at all these people helping us.
So we asked for a rough price, Quanto, and what did they say?
200 to 250 pesos. What did we spend to get here?
About 200.
So we should have just taxied here.
But
It's really hard to get information though. Like, you can ask other boaters and cruisers. Sometimes if they've done it, they'd have an idea. But like, we tried to ask at the taxi lineup and we couldn't get an answer.
yeah,
So it's like, well, then we'll just make our own decision. Anyway, once you do something once, it becomes much easier the next time. Next year, when we're back here provisioning to cross the Pacific, we'll know exactly what to do. How we doing, guys? Everybody say teamwork.
So as far as getting from a store back to our boat,
This is the easiest
this is the
ever.
easiest times 100. Normally the taxi drops us kind of near the dinghy, and then we have to carry bags and shuffle them and get the dinghy full and then bounce through waves back to the boat. So to be able to do this,
It's the first time we've had carts. We made it! It's very hot. We're right on top of all the cans. I used to take all the labels off, and then I heard that that was kind of like a wives' tale, that bugs grow in the labels. So now it kind of depends how I feel. If
why
I'm
do you
not-
ride on the top?
Oh, because you can only see the tops of the cans. And otherwise I have to like pick up all the cans to see the label. So I definitely always do that. And then sometimes I get bursts of energy where I'm organizing and I go through and take off all the labels. But I've never noticed bugs growing in the glue or whatever that people used to say. I wonder if they used to use like different glue and that's why it was a thing. I don't know. Also, if you have a wet bilge, the labels go super gnarly, but this cupboard is really dry. Even through all the crazy weather we've been through, this spot has never gotten wet, has it? Hey guys, it's Grandma and Grandpa. Hey,
Hi guys.
how's it going?
We're sitting on a boat in St. Croix, USVI.
Very hot here.
It's beautiful here.
It's a lovely place.
And we're in a boat that is not yet ours yet. Not yet ours yet.
We're working through the due diligence of the purchase of a boat that we quite like.
What we want to do today is just give you an update of how we got here. It was pretty epic, wasn't it?
Just getting across America was a trip of a lifetime in what we called our motorhome M3, which was our alternate plan when our flights became a victim of Omicron. We needed to come up with felt we needed to come up with another way to get across the country that would allow us to have a home that, if necessary, we could actually isolate in.
We had originally planned to fly, right? We were going to fly January 7th, have a look at this boat in St. Croix and go home.
And then shipping our stuff, right? That
It
was
was
just so cost prohibitive. It was out of this world.
It was so expensive that Kevin got the idea, why don't we just buy a motorhome and ship our stuff?
Yeah, shipping container on wheels.
We affectionately call it Meraki 3, M3, and it did really well for us. So Kevin got the motorhome fixed up. It needed quite a bit of repairs when we bought it. It had been sitting for 2 years in a winery, lucky motorhome. And it took us a month and a half to get it ready to sell the boat we were living on, which is Masuda. We've owned that boat, that trawler, since
40 years.
So
That
it
was
was
hard to sell that boat. I got a note from my
very-
friend Ryan this morning saying he was sitting on his boat looking out at our boat, and it just didn't seem right that it wasn't our boat anymore, because
I
he's
know.
known us a long time too. So
Yeah.
big adjustments.
So it is part of the process of an adventure like this, the
There's a lot of
letting go.
sacrifice, yeah.
There's a lot of sacrifice, and I don't know if you fully anticipate the sacrifice when you come up with the idea, like, let's do this, it sounds all exciting, and then you start to unpack the reality of what that looks like, leaving family and friends behind. It's been hard. But on February
That's what you gotta do.
14th,
Yeah,
we
we
did
left.
just that. We hugged Brooklyn, our oldest daughter, and our 3 grandchildren that will stay in Victoria. We hugged them goodbye.
We left our home of 27 years, and our emotions were a jumble of sadness and great excitement for our adventure ahead. We planned to drive from Victoria, BC to Florida in 2 weeks, but we only made it about 40 kilometers before we had our first real issue. The motorhome that we had worked so hard to prepare for the trip overheated and then had a transmission problem, and it turned out we actually had a completely rebuilt transmission at the end of it.
Checking the chronic fluid. Yeah, okay, good. I'm gonna add more. Yeah.
You know, the mechanics are hard at work behind me. I think we're going to actually be on the road again later today, and I'm very excited about that.
Is that the noise of a transmission getting back into
Yeah, the transmission's in. It's they're just hooking up all the bits and pieces around it. So we'll be leaving Camp Chapman behind.
I'll miss this.
You miss it? A shout out to one of the best group of mechanics I've ever met.
Yeah.
In, of all places, Cobble Hill, BC on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
And we camped there for a week, honey.
The first day we broke down, we were a block away from Chapman Motors that was highly recommended to us with good reason. After that, we went on to Kelowna, and we spent a couple of weeks with my mom and dad.
Great time.
Yeah. And then we got prepared to go across the border. So where we actually crossed was Soyuz, BC. And do you know that from Soyuz to Florida, where we ended up, is over 3,000 miles?
It's amazing. 13 days.
Yeah, 3,000 miles in 13 days. Here we are, just driving off the ferry. It's goodbye Vancouver Island.
We joined a wonderful membership community of RVers called Harvest Host. They provide access to a network of wineries, farms, breweries, and even really unique attractions that allow you to stay on their property, provided you have a fully self-contained RV. For a $100 annual membership, this became our sole overnight accommodations as we made our way across the continent towards what we hoped would be Meraki 2. Hey, here we are at Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. We actually came out of Montana into Idaho. We're about an hour and a half north of Salt Lake City. And this place is terrific. It's the world famous hot springs. I just saw the sign here now.
We're heading for Florida, and we knew we weren't going to make the flights that we had booked because of the delays that we've had. So we changed our flight time for, I think, the third time out of Fort Lauderdale now. And then we ended up with a few extra days, so we thought we are going to be able to go and see my cousin.
Wow, big river.
So we've had a pretty epic travel day today. We left Louisiana this morning and we traveled all the way to the border of Mississippi, and then we went through Alabama, and now we are in Florida. Woohoo!
Feels like quite an accomplishment to me. We made it clear across North America in our funky little motorhome.
We did. It was 2 weeks and we're still friends, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So behind us is the I-75.
Yeah.
We're going to be taking that route tomorrow to go to St. Pete's to see Tim and Tamara.
Won't we be on it today to go down to...
Oh, today?
Yeah, today.
Oh, yeah, we're going today. I missed today. Yeah.
Here we are in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. There's Vera and Tim, our hosts. We are having a time, I want to tell you. This has just been absolutely amazing. Look at the beauty of this place. I mean, we got beach all around us.
Oh!
So where are we now?
We're still in St. Pete's.
St. Pier. St. Pete's Pier.
Quite a place. I didn't expect anything so beautiful, Tamara.
Is this going on your channel? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Lovely and really amazingly affordable. And then we went on to Fort Myers. We basically camped on the beach in Fort Myers. Couldn't believe how beautiful that area is. We just had we rode our bikes down the beach. And then it was time to put everything into storage and head across to St. Croix. Finally, we got aboard a plane for St. Croix. If you can believe it, as we flew in, Shawna spotted what we hoped would be Meraki 2, our potential new home. Stay tuned as the two Meraki boats come together and fulfill the dream of crossing oceans side by side.